Hello, this is Tamika Leslie and
This is Kirk Weber
from The Next Level Now. Today we're going to talk about Mr. Kirk. He has a new course that we're going to talk about, and it is titled Motivational Methods
for Achievement Acceleration.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about, give us the synopsis of what that is in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, Tamika, everybody is so in tune with instant answers. We're looking for things to happen immediately. We turn on the television and we expect instant picture. I'm old enough to remember when that didn't happen, right? We click the button and we expect the page to load. We take the pill. We expect the symptoms to disappear. We all are looking for instant. And that, coupled with my own experience of watching people appear out of nowhere to superstar status. And this was happening for me as I was starting my practice. I'm watching people like Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. I'm watching superstars in computer industry, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. Now comes Elon Musk. Never heard of them, suddenly they're gazillionaires. How does that happen? And the secret is you didn't see the hard work that it took to get there.
Amen.
It took hard work. So that's what this course is about. It's kind of giving you some of the backstory that you didn't see, some methods to help you achieve a little faster.
I love that. And what is the biggest misconception or misunderstanding about those overnight successes?
Those overnight successes put in years and years of hard work. They were somehow fortunate enough to maybe learn on their own. Maybe they had a mentor, maybe they had someone helping them, but they learned many of these methods that we're discussing in this course. I learned some of them myself through trial and error. I learned some of them by doing my own research and study because it motivated me. I wanted to get to where I wanted to get to, and I could not understand why I couldn't do it.
Wow. Who would you say is your biggest inspiration?
Ooh, that is a great question. There's so many. I would say that probably the biggest came later in my life because I listened to some of the greats. I mean, I listened to Zig Ziglar, I listened to Brian Tracy, I listened to John Maxwell, I listened to Tony Robbins, so many tremendous, Stephen Covey, so many great ones. But one of the best coming later on in my life was Brendan Burchard. He has a way of delivering that message to you. He has a way of teaching it in such a way that I was inspired to do what many people don't, Tamika.
What's that?
People will tell you when you're teaching them something, when you're giving them information, and they go, yeah. Do you know what yeah means? Shut up, I want the bullet point. Okay, they want the bullet point. And the reason for that is what they're hearing is common sense.
Right.
But common sense is not common practice.
No.
And that's what so many of these people that were instant successes were doing. They were taking the common sense, they were making it common practice, and they did it over and over until they owned it. And once they owned it, the success started to pyramid.
Yes.
It was geometric.
So you're saying, what I'm hearing you say is that you put in the work, you get those good habits.
Yes.
And then it catches up to your reality. You start to see, once you've put in the work and you've got the systems down and your processes every day, your habits, your daily habits, that from that you will start to see those results. And then you become the overnight success.
And then you're an overnight success. No one saw you build that framework. No one saw you put in all of the hard work to get there. And then once you finally got there, and you started that climb into that success. I mean, it's like a graph. It goes along, and then all of a sudden it just
skyrockets.
Takes off. But it's at that point, and you have experienced this. We've talked about this off camera, where all of a sudden you're in the groove. Okay, you're in, and everything you see is something that you can use, put to work, and will help you move faster.
Yes.
Move faster.
I love that. What would you say, and now is this course completed? Have you?
The course is complete.
Okay.
And we've got it.
Wonderful. What would you say was the most fun part or the most fun chapter or lesson in this entire course?
My favorite, my absolute favorite, is you finally get to the point where you have this goal and you know what it is, you've laid out your framework, you know what it's going to do to take it, and then I challenge people to 10x that goal. And once you can wrap your mind around 10 times what you thought you were going to achieve, I challenge you to do it in half the time.
That's exciting and scary at the same time.
It is, but it can be done. And what happens is you learn so much from this. You learn so many valuable steps. You learn what not to do. You learn what to do when you make a mistake, and you learn how to prevent those mistakes from happening in the future, and preventing the mistakes and not going down that same path.
Sure.
That's a ticket for speed.
I like that. If someone takes your course in 6 months from now, what skills or what competencies will they learn through taking your course?
By taking this course, they're going to learn how to build a framework to achieve any goal that you desire. You're going to learn communication skills on how not only to talk to yourself, but how to inspire and motivate your team around you, how to persuade them to jump on the bandwagon with you and help you down the path.
Nice.
You're going to learn how to look at something that goes wrong and not look at it as a tragedy, but actually a gift that will help move you forward even faster.
I love that. That's probably my favorite part, hearing you say that. Because
cool?
it's the things that, the challenges that expand your capabilities of being able to look at things differently and your capacity for whatever the goal is that you're trying to achieve.
Have you ever been around someone who is truly, they're electric because they're so good at what they're doing. And it doesn't matter what curveball you throw them. They're able to take it, handle it, and make it into something that makes them go even better. And that's the secret. It really is.
You know who that person is for me?
Who's that?
You.
Oh.
No, I mean that. I can present you with something that I think is a challenge for our business. And I'll say, Kirk, what are we going to do? And you'll say, I've got this. And we talk through it, and suddenly it doesn't seem to be so bad or so challenging.
No, and again, it's where your mind is, it's what you're doing, it's how you're thinking, training yourself to think, and instead of expecting instant results, expect, how can I make this work for me?
Yeah.
It's the law of attraction, so many of those good things, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Is there any closing statement that you'd like to make in regards to your course, and who is the prime person to purchase this course? Who could benefit?
Actually, I think everyone can benefit from this. If you want to be achieving things a little bit better as a mom, if you want to be achieving a little bit better things as a dad, as a parent, if you want to achieve better at work, if you want to be better on your church committee, whatever it is, because you're going to have this leadership, you're going to have communication, you're going to have so many things that you're going to be able to tap into. My audience would be anyone who's looking at being better than where they are now. We all have this vision as to who we think we should be, who we think people should see when they're looking at us, right? We have the vision. And where the disconnect comes is, for us, the painful part is when we know that we're not living up to that vision. That's very, very painful. Yeah. So I would say anybody and everybody should take this course. You're going to love it. It's just a lot of fun.
I'm taking the course. Sign me up now.
All right.
Well, this is not goodbye. This is see you next time. Cheers.